in the box now. He'll be leading off the game. First pitch coming up. At the belt, Price kicks and throws. Starts him off with a pitch on the outside corner. Strike one.
That's a great pitch right there. Four-seam fastball. The problem is you lay it right down the middle. You're running the risk he could hit it out of the park.
The pitch. This is hit way up there. It'll be in the infield. Play is made. Now's a good time to take a quick look at how the Rays will be taking the field on defense. And Steve, individual factors out there.
Well, Jason Bartlett's a difference maker with a glove on his hand. I tell you what, he can pick it.
And Worth's batting. One out, bases empty. Smash towards the middle. Iwamura. To Pena. That's the second out. And it's Ryan Howard now. Base is empty and two down. Plays off a called strike. 0-1.
The fans love power. Managers love power. Heck, we love power, Gary, and we've got a big power hitter coming up right here.
And it's 0-2. Ryan Howard. He'll be swinging at anything close here.
You know, I think the reason people like power, as I talk about so much, Gary, is that, you know, people like to see the home run ball and that ability to drive it deep out of the ballpark. Well, he's certainly a threat like that.
At the belt, Price kicks and throws. And that one swung on and missed by Ryan Howard. That's called short work of three. Took 6 pitches. And we move on to the home half of the first. Brett Myers is going to be pitching. He gets settled in for Philadelphia. Steve, as he gets in there against Tampa Bay, what are we looking for today?
Well, Brett Myers has been a starter. He's been a closer in his career. He's shown the ability to do both. The key for him is the command of the fastball and being willing to pitch hitters inside with it.
And it's Kyle Crawford at the plate. Here's Crawford's first look. Drops down a bunt. Throw one to first in time. One away.
Gotta like the creativity, trying to get on any way that you can, but just didn't locate that bunt where he needed to beat it out and be safe.
And here's the defensive alignment for the Phillies. Any picks here, Steve?
Now Shane Victorino, Gary, take a look at him out there, a guy who really gives you 100% effort every single day. There's not a play that he can't make.
And Upton settles in. One of the best base stealers in the AL. There's a strike from Myers, now an 0-1 count.
Well, I tell you, with this kind of speed, he really can impact the game, and it's something the pitchers and catchers really need to keep an eye on the bases.
He deals. And that's a strike. Upton now will take the defensive don't K me stance.
Well, Gary, in his two-strike approach, he does not handle the fastball very well, so let's see if they attack him with some heat.
Good slider that time. Ruled the ball. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a liner to right center. And the play made by Utley. The lineup for the Rays, well, let's take a look at this team that has made some magic of late, courtesy of State Farm. Steve, how about any bats that stand out?
Evan Longoria is just a young player that's going to be around for a long, long time, and he is going to be some kind of offensive player. He shows the ability to hit for average and power in hit and clutch situations.
And Pat Burrell to bat. He gets walked a lot. The American League has him in the top 5. Myers too far outside. That's a ball.
It's all about patience and discipline, the name of the game. He's not afraid to wait it out. He understands the first strike may not be the best strike he sees.
Swinging a drive, deep left center. This one to Victorino. And that's the third out. That'll do it. No hits, nobody left on, and a good defensive half inning. We're scoreless, Tampa Bay. Meat of the lineup coming to the plate. And Chase Utley to bat. He's going to get us started. Second inning. On the ground to short. Picked up by Longoria. To Pena. That's one away. And it's Raul Ibanez in the box now. Base is empty, one out. At the belt, Price kicks and throws. Slider just misses, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Raul Ibanez not making contact to even it up. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a foul straight back. The 1-2 on its way. And Ibanez watches that one go by. The count is even.
Trying to sneak one in on the inside corner at the bottom of the zone, but he couldn't quite get it.
Lined, foul towards third.
Yeah, I think he caught that thing. That was a rocket.
Unbelievable. You look for somebody to be injured on a play like that. Instead, you got a guy who caught the ball.
That's why they're all patting him on the back, because he saved their lives.
Ground ball to short. Picked up by Bartlett. And that'll set down Ibanez. It's Coast at the plate. Batting .209.
I love contact hitters, and he is exactly that kind of guy, Gary. That ability, that great eye-hand coordination to always put it in play.
And he starts him off with a strike on the inside part of the plate.
Well, Gary, talk about eye-hand coordination, and not everybody has that. I mean, sometimes it's about brute strength with power hitters, but for guys who just look to always put it in play, it is that coordination that they have better than others.
Low for a ball, 1-1. Over the top on that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
With a good late movement on that breaking ball. Had him out in front of it, and he swung right over the top of it. Not very close at all.
Fastball just about had him, and it's a 2-2 count. Now the 2-2. Low and a bit inside for a ball, 3-2.
That's a tough pitch for a hitter. That breaking ball that he's burying toward the back foot, tough to lay off.
Here comes the full count pitch from Price. Slider swung on and missed. Struck him out. That's going to retire the side. And a good defensive half inning. 3 up, 3 down. And it's time now to move to the bottom half of the second. Evan Longoria at the plate. And right now, top 5 in runs batted in the league. The pitch from Myers. It's fouled off.
Just a solid offensive player day in and day out, and a guy that really can deliver for this offense.
And he delivers. Swings, hits this one in the air down the right field line. And Tracy makes the play. One away now.
Well, he got fooled a little bit on that one. A little bit too far out in front. Just an easy pop-up to the first baseman.
And Carlos Pena to bat. Hitting .301. In the top 10 in walks. Not a bad list. Myers can't get him to swing at that one down low. That one swung on, hit in the air to deep right center field. And Victorino picks it up.
Now the center fielder has to range to his left, but able to track this one down and make it look easy.
Navarro at the plate. Two outs and nobody on. And Myers gets him swinging for the first strike.
Takes an awfully big swing at that curveball, just screwing himself right into the ground.
Here it comes. Lays off the changeup. Good pitch, but it's 1-1.
A changeup down in the zone is one of the most effective pitches if used in the right sequence. Nice pitch, the hitter just lays off.
Ground ball to short. Picked up by Rollins. Throws on to first in time to retire the side. No runs, no hits. Nobody crossed the plate in this half inning, and nobody left on base. Third inning of baseball coming up. And we're inside the dome. Sun coming in on that west wall here at Tropicana Field. Just about ready to roll here. And Dobbs settles in. He's going to start the third here. Hit hard on the ground to short. Picked up by Bartlett. And that sets down Dobbs. And Shane Victorino in. Nobody on base, one away. Watches a fastball that's in there. 0-1.
Well, this guy has an explosive fastball today. I think the hitter is going to be looking to get a read on it. If they can catch up to it, he can deliver some of the power.
A swing line to left center. And that gets down Philadelphia's first hit. And it's Tracy batting. One out, man on first. This one's bounced foul. There's a throw over. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Price. Swing popped up way up there over near second. Now it's two down. And it's Jimmy Rollins. Popped up his last at bat.
Gary, they're going to have to keep track of Victorino over there because he loves to run.
Fastball in there. 0-1.
Gary, 0-1 count. I'm looking for him to come right back with that fastball.
Here's a swing, and he pops him up. That one's grabbed. Side retired. No runs on a hit, and they'll strand him. We're scoreless, Tampa Bay. And a look there, Charlie Manuel. He's hoping for that offense to come alive sooner than later. And it's Akinori Iwamura at the plate. 273 average. He's our first batter, home half of the third inning. There's a strike from Myers, now an 0-1 count.
Now, Gary, the pitcher pulled the string on this one. It looks like a fastball, and then it just dies out as it gets to the plate. Good late movement.
This one's grounded hard up the middle. Utley fields it, and that'll retire Iwamura.
Well, he just makes every ground ball to the right side look routine. He scoops up another one and sends him back to the dugout.
And Gross is batting. One out, nobody on. Now Coast spots the pitch. And Myers gets him swinging for the first strike.
Got to slow down up there, big guy. You've got to let that curveball come to you. He was way out in front.
Pitch on the way. Hit on the ground down the first base side. And he steps on first. That's the second out.
A good feeling first baseman can go a long way to helping a team win a championship. This guy is flashing some leather over there.
And we've got Bartlett batting. Base is empty with 2 outs. There's a strike from Myers, now an 0-1 count.
This is the go-to pitch for many pitchers in the major league. The fastball down and away. When in doubt, that's where you go.
Here's the pitch. Hit sharply towards the hole. Throws to first, side is retired. And they are retired in short order. Good defensive half inning. Third inning in the books. And Worth's batting. He's often walked, top 5 in the league. And the first pitch. Here's a swing and a liner to left center. And it's through. Base hit for Worth. Howard at the plate. 0 for 1 thus far. Runner on first base, nobody out. The first pitch, and he lays off one low, 1-0.
Okay, we're into the 4th inning right now, and as you start to flip the lineup over again, they've only gotten 2 hits, so they're going to have to really evaluate what they should be looking for at the plate, and maybe they need to be a little bit more patient and make them work.
Fastball just misses, and he falls behind 2-0. At the belt, Price kicks and throws. There's a swing, fly ball down the line and left. One down.
Well, the hitter's not going to be happy with himself there. He got his pitch to hit, but too far out in front, too anxious, just skied it to third for an easy out.
And Chase Utley to bat. Ground out victim last time through. Runner at first with 1 down. First pitch on the way to Utley. Swung on and hit. Upton. 2 men have been put away. Raul Ibanez in the box. Grounded out his last time up. 2 outs and a man on first. First pitch is a slider in there, 0-1.
I don't think he liked that call very much, but the reality is he couldn't hit that any day of the week. That's a great pitch.
Here's the 0-1 pitch from Price. Swung on, hit sharply to first. And he'll step on first to retire the side. Well, that was a quick inning right there. 7 pitchers. We'll go now to the bottom of the 4th. As we take a look at Joe Madden. Plenty on his mind, I think. Pleased with the pitching so far, hoping to get some life out of his lineup. And it's Kyle Crawford at the plate. He'll lead it off here, bottom half of the 4th. Here's Crawford's first look. Grounded. That'll go foul. That one swung on, hit in the air deep to left field. And it's off the wall and left. Crawford's headed to third. There's the throw. He is safe at third base ahead of that play.
Well, that's how you want to start an inning right there. Good hustle out of the box, gets to third base. Now an out, a productive out, scores a run.
And Upton settles in. He's the top 10 in stolen bases for the league. No outs, runner ready to come home from third. Here's the first pitch. There's a strike from Myers, now an 0-1 count. And he leaves that one alone as B.J. Upton, showing patience, evens the count.
This guy has great speed and really changes things when he puts it in play. He puts pressure on the defense that can lead to mistakes.
And he looks at a fastball in there, and it's 1-2 now. And because of that great speed that he has, Steve, it forces people to cheat in the infield. He's actually got a little more room to find a hit.
Well, the infielders have to play a little bit more shallow. They know they have to get a quick release, and once he's on base, he's a threat to run as well.
Popped way up there behind home plate. That's one down. And it's Pat Burrell now. Only one batter gets walked more than he does in this lineup. Man on third with one away. Kicks and throws. Swung on and a grounder to first. And he steps on first. That's the second out. And he comes in to score, and they've got the 1-0 lead. Evan Longoria at the plate. And Steve, they've got the edge right now. They're getting some big runs at an important part of the game. Trying to salt it away early. He delivers. Hit sharply towards the hole. Rollins picks it up. And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. Things wake up a bit here. First run of the game in the 4th. The Rays on top, 1-0. Looking ahead, 6, 7, 8. They're due up. And for those of you just coming on, it's Gary Thorne along with Steve Phillips. Great to have you with us. 2K Sports, Major League Baseball. It's Coast at the plate. He's our first batter here in the 5th. First pitch. Takes that one on the inside corner. Strike one.
Well, offensively, they just have not been able to get anything going. Only one runner left on base, so they just need more opportunities and see if they can't capitalize on it.
Here's the 0-1 pitch from Price. 0-1 pitch is a change. Swung on and missed. 0-2.
Well, he's just spinning himself into the ground right there. That changeup just about stopped at the plate.
Check swing called. Strike 3, out number 1.
You know what I like about this is on 0-2, he didn't mess around. He didn't try to nibble to get him chase off the plate. He goes right at him and just gets the strikeout.
And Dobbs settles in. He bounced out his last time. Base is empty with one away. First pitch on the way. And that one gets popped way up behind the plate. 2 down here in the inning.
Nice play by the catcher that time. Came out of the crouch, picked up the ball, then tossed his mask and made the catch.
And it's Shane Victorino at the plate. He singled his last trip. Base is empty and 2 down. At the belt, Price kicks and throws. Watches that fastball that goes by him for a strike.
Now that he's established the strike zone down and in, he can elevate a pitch or go with something soft away from the hitter.
Swing and wow, that was close. Right back up the middle, almost got him. And it gets through. Great swing today. Now 2 hits.
Hey, any way you can get on base, you'll take it. It certainly wasn't the prettiest swing in the world, but it's a base hit anyways.
And it's Tracy batting. He popped out his last time. A runner on first with 2 outs. And Navarro setting his target. It's 0-1 as he swings and misses at that fastball. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Price. Hit on the ground towards second. Throws on to first in time to retire the side. No runs at a base hit. They leave 1 man on at first. Rays still leading. And it's Carlos Pena now. And frequently walked. He's the most walked hitter in this division. Here's the first one to Pena. The pitch. Hot shot towards the hole. Over to first for out number 1. Navarro at the plate. Ground out victim last time through. 1 out, nobody on. The pitch from Myers. There's a ground ball. Picked up by Tracy. And he steps on first. That's the 2nd out. And it's Akinori Iwamura at the plate. 0 for 1 thus far. 2 outs, base is empty. Fresh count, Iwamura. Here it is. There's a strike from Myers. Now an 0-1 count.
Now you can see that big curveball just give the jelly leg to the hitter. He was way out in front of it, had no chance of swinging at it.
Swings, pops it up, right side of the infield. Utley will field. That one's grabbed, side retired. Well, how about that? Only needed 4 pitches to set down the guys. Tremendous. We're through 5 here at the yard. Looking on, the veteran manager, Charlie Manuel. He knows he's going to have to get more innings like that last one and have some production to tie this one up. Rollins into the batter's box. And the National League pitchers have to deal with him on the base paths. He's near the top in steals. Now the first pitch. Popped him up. And he makes the catch. 1 down. And Worth's batting. And a lot of free passes. National League top 5 department. 1 out. Base is empty. At the belt, Price kicks and throws. Hit hard down the right field side. And Gross makes the play. 2 down. And it's Ryan Howard now. Oh, I'll tell you, everybody, Steve, I think notices when he gets to the plate, the attention deficit disorder just sort of goes away. Base is empty with 2 outs. And now Howard gets set. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Price. And it's 0-2. Ryan Howard. He'll be swinging at anything close here.
They need more offense right now, Gary. I mean, only leaving 2 runners on base. We're moving through the middle part of this game, heading into the later part of the game. I mean, they need to give themselves some opportunities to score runs. Patience at the plate. Get somebody on.
Swung on, hit in the air to right center. And that falls for a base hit. And that's going to bring Chase Utley to the plate. Oh for 2 thus far. 2 outs and a man on first. First pitch on the way to Utley. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. And there's Upton. Pulls that one in for the 3rd out. That's going to do it here in the 6th inning. And Steve, you can just tell by looking at it, he's thinking about it.
Garrett, he's bringing it today. No question about it. And I tell you, the offense has to look out because he's gaining confidence.
Rays still leading. For those of you just coming on board, along with Steve Phillips, I'm Gary Thorne. This is MLB on 2K Sports. And Gross is batting. He's going to lead off bottom half of the 6th inning. Here's the first pitch. And Myers gets him swinging for the first strike.
Like Gary clearly had him fooled right there, had him overcommitted, out on the front foot, swings right over the top of the ball.
He deals. Swings over the top on that one, and it's 0-2.
All the pressure on the hitter right now. He knows that he has to protect the plate in order not to strike out.
Slider, that's taken. Strike 3, 1 away. Steve, after he caught him looking, let's check in with our 2K Sports pitch tracker to see how he's doing.
And you take a look at it. The movement on his pitches is bringing the ball up and into the left-handed hitters. A lot of guys have a hole right there, and that's allowing him to be successful.
And we've got Bartlett batting. Grounded out his last time through. 1 out, nobody on. First pitch to him. And Myers gets him swinging for the first strike. Called strike outside corner. Quickly in the hole now, 0-2.
Outstanding rotation on that pitch. Look at the mechanics for this pitcher. It comes out of his hand and just falls off the table.
Changeup swung on and missed. That'll be out number 2.
When you're getting guys out with 3 pitches, you're doing all the right things.
And that's a nice way to keep that pitch count down, right in the zone. And it's Kyle Crawford at the plate. He's in his 8th year. 2 outs and nobody on. Kicks and throws. Now here's a grounder towards the hole. Throws to first in time. That's 3 down. And nothing across here in this half of the inning. We move on to the 7th inning. Middle of the lineup, due up. And it's Raul Ibanez in the box now. He'll lead off the 7th. First pitch on the way to Ibanez. Paints the lower outside corner. Call strike 1.
Holding them scoreless so far in this one and only allowed 4 hits, Gary. And I think a real credit to what he's been able to do. Outstanding work between the pitcher and catcher. Just a great plan of attack.
Price with strike 2.
Looked like he had a pretty good read on the pitch, but he just swung right over the top of it.
Rings him up. You can almost taste the adrenaline right now, Steve. You can just tell he's getting stronger as he goes along.
He's got so much confidence. He's just knocking the bats out of the batter's hands.
Steve, that's a nice bit of pitching right there.
And now we can look at the pitch tracker and see what he's done today against left-handed hitters.
It's Coast at the plate. Struck out swinging last time. Base is empty with one away. Here's the first pitch. Too low on that one for a ball. 1-0.
Now got the hitter out in front, but he had the discipline to lay off the changeup out of the zone.
Right. 1-0 delivery is a fastball in there. 1-1.
I don't think he likes that call, but when you're diving out over the plate, sometimes that fastball up and in doesn't look like a strike even when it is.
Here's the 1-1. This one's grounded foul wide of first. At the belt, Price kicks and throws. And this is inside, and that hit him hard.
Well, I think it's safe to say, Gary, that's going to leave a mark. That hurts from up here.
And Dobbs settles in.
Oh, that hit battle, Gary. Right now, this pitcher's got to focus and get himself back in the strike zone, or he could be in trouble.
And here's the first one. Takes that one low and outside, 0-1. And we know, Steve, with the hit batter we have seen here, all of a sudden the complexion of the ball game, not just the inning, has changed.
Well, the tying run now on base, it changes the whole dynamic and the pitcher coming out of the stretch.
That swung on and flied to right. Out number 2. The question is, can he keep this going?
Now, you know what? It's different for every guy, but from what we see today, he is locked in, dominating stuff, and he looks strong.
And Victorino's batting. 2 for 2 in the game. 2 outs and a man on first. First pitch to him. Starts him out with a fastball for a strike.
It's important for that pitcher to get the first strike in there. Now he can go in a number of different directions.
Here's the 0-1 pitch from Price. Andy Wamura is going to play it. That's caught. Side is retired. Man, oh man, is he on a roll on the mound, Steve.
You can tell by his eyes he's completely locked in right now in absolute control.
Rays still leading. And it's B.J. Upton now. He'll start the home half of the 7th. Here's the pitch to Upton. Slowly on the ground to third. And that one is fouled. And Coe setting his target. Right back to the mound. Dobbs in time for the out.
He's retired 10 in a row. The hitters are completely overmatched right now. He's got it all going on.
And we're going to see Burrell here. Drove in a run earlier in the game. Nobody on base, one away. The pitch from Myers. Swings and misses at the fastball. 0-1.
A good hard two-seam fastball right there. Blew it right by him.
And he delivers. This could be trouble back behind second. And the play made by Utley.
Well, he might have had himself a hit if he could just have gotten it up over the second baseman. Unfortunately, not high enough. He's able to make the play.
Evan Longoria at the plate. Grounded out last time. Base is empty and 2 down. And here's the pitch to Longoria. Swings and misses at the curve. 0-1. A line drive toward short. Throws on to first. Side is retired. Nothing doing here in this half inning. We'll move ahead to the 8th. And it's Tracy batting. He'll lead it off here. Inning number 8. First pitch, here it comes. Swing and a foul straight back. At the belt, Price kicks and throws. Good hard slider that time. He's in control in the count now, 0-2.
A tremendous effort out on the mound in this one. We're deep into the ball game. I mean, we're getting close to the end of this one. They've only been able to get 4 hits against him, and he shut them down and kept them off the scoreboard.
Tries to saw him off with that one, but he missed. 1-2.
Well, maybe a little bit of a purpose pitch right here. That four-seamer up and in, trying to keep the hitter from diving out over the plate.
Lined right at the second baseman. And Iwamura dives to get it, and it's in time from his knees to get the out. And now we've got one down here in this 8th inning of a shutout ball game.
Now he's just putting on a show out there right now, Gary.
This is an acrobatic play worth another look to get that out.
Well, look how quickly he gets to his knees. That's body control. Terrific effort.
It's going to be Grant Belfour on the mound. He's been brought in to take over for the Rays.
I'll tell you what, this is one of those decisions you can go either way. He's pitched pretty well to this point, but it is getting late, and do you want to take any chances? The manager decides to go to the pen.
Base is empty, 1 out. First pitch on the way to Rollins. First pitch, and he misses the fastball, strike 1.
Well, he puts everything he has into that swing, hoping that if he does make contact, it can go a long way. Unfortunately, no contact.
And it's 0-2. Jimmy Rollins swinging at anything close here.
Well, he doesn't like to mess around. You get 0-2 on him, he's coming at you with the fastball.
And it holds at 0-2. The pitch swung on, a fly ball down the left field line. The catch, and he has it for the second out. And Worth's batting. Try it again here. Just 1 for 3 thus far. 2 outs, bases empty. And the first pitch. A shot up the middle. Oh, terrific dive by Bartlett. From his knees, got him. What a throw. So they still can't buy a run. They've been held scoreless through 8. Rays still leading. Yeah, we have a chance to see Joe Madden. Last inning, that pitching gave up nothing. That's what he wants to see. Now looking for the offense to try and expand the lead. And it's Carlos Pena now. He's going to lead off the home half of the 8th. Here's the first one to Pena. The pitch. Big swing. Sends this one on a long, high arc to right field. They'll take that 1-run homer. They need that. Now the lead is 2.
I tried to beat him up and in with this pitch, but he was able to clear his hands and drive it out of the park.
And Steve, when you get that pitch inside like that, pitchers figure you're going to have a hard time getting around. He did not.
Now starting to pour it out a little bit. Tampa Bay not having any problem extending the lead.
Empty bases, 3 outs to go here. The pitch from Myers. Fastball just misses. 1-0. And Steve, late in the ball game, you really pounce on an opponent when you get a big-time home run like that and the chance to put it away.
And now pitching going to be critical. Can they shut down this offense?
Hard grounded to short. Rollins picks it up. And his throw is in time for out number 1. And it's Akinori Iwamura now. Popped up his last at bat. 1 out, nobody on. Fresh count, Iwamura. Here it is. There's a strike from Myers, now an 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. A swing line to left center. And that'll retire Iwamura. 2 down. And Gross is batting. Called out on strikes in his last appearance. 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch on the way. There's a strike from Myers, now an 0-1 count.
Perfect location right there. Able to get the breaking ball down and in. Tough one to hit.
Cuts on that big breaker but misses, and it's 0-2. Oh, tough one to lay off right there, that fastball. 1-2.
He's up ahead 1-2 right here. Don't be surprised if he comes with the curveball to try to get the strikeout.
1-2 pitch coming. And he looks at a fastball that's in there. Side retired. So they pick up a run on the home run and add to their lead. 2-run ball game. Tampa Bay leads. We've got Troy Percival. He'll try to close this one out for Tampa Bay.
Well, in the late innings, now it's time for the managers to match wits to see who can best utilize his bench and his bullpen to win this game.
And it's Ryan Howard at the plate. He'll start us out here in the last inning of regulation. Percival sets and throws. And Iwamura corrals that. And that'll retire Howard.
One out here in the 9th inning. They still need 2, so they need to get people on and advance base runners. Do what they have to do to get runners in scoring position and hope they run into that clutch base hit, Gary.
And it's Chase Utley at the plate. 0 for 3 to this point. 1 out, bases empty. First pitch on the way to Utley. Can't get him to chase it. That's low, ball 1.
Gotta like the location here. Pound the bottom of the strike zone. Just misses, but he's in the right spot.
That's a called strike on the outer half. 1-1.
Well, the hitter lays off this one and takes the strike, realizing not a pitch he wants in this situation.
One pitch. Swung on, grounded towards the hole. Picked up by Pena. And they'll record the out at first base. Good timing on that play.
Well, he might not have been able to get him out at the plate, but a short run over to first, and he still retires his man. Well, they need one more out. Defense ready, lining up behind the pitching, trying to get that big out, forcing them to put it in play and make the play.
Base is empty with 2 outs. First pitch on the way to Ibanez. Percival gets him to swing and a miss for his strike. Strike 2, no balls, 2 strikes. Ibanez, who likes the hacks, got to cut it down a little there. Here's a swing and a liner to left center. That gets down. The tying run coming up.
They tried to go down with that 0-1 pitch, but it gets blasted right back for the base hit.
But the way he went after that in the box, Steve, it looked like he might have been guessing down there.
Well, I'll tell you what, you have to make contact behind in the count. He got a pitch over the heart of the plate, and he took advantage of it.
It's Coast at the plate. Hit by a pitch his last time up. He wants to get some hacks in here. Runner on first, 2 away. Here's the first pitch. And Percival's pitch looked at for a strike. It's 0-1.
Outstanding rotation on that pitch. Look at the mechanics for this pitcher. It comes out of his hand and just falls off the table.
Lays off the curveball. Good pitch, though. 1-1.
One thing we know is he's not going to take a borderline pitch at 1-1. He likes to swing the bat, so I'm not giving him anything too fine and see if I can't get him to hit into an easy out.
Strike two with a swing and a miss on a fastball.
Well, he looked overmatched on that fastball. He was way behind it.
The 1-2 on its way. High for a ball. 2-2. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed, and this game's history.
Well, they treated their hometown crowd to a phenomenal pitching performance in this one. A big win.